The word Apertus in Latin is for open, and that's exactly what the Swiss model Apertus stands for: an openly accessible, transparent, and ethically built large language model. In this video, we are going to install it locally and we are going to test it out on various prompts. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe, and also consider becoming a member of the channel as that helps a lot. Before I start the installation, let's have a very quick look at this model, which seems to be quite neutral, just like Switzerland. Apertus comes in 70 billion and 8 billion parameter versions and is designed to be a fully transparent alternative in the world of AI, where even the biggest models often hide their training data or methods. They have released their model on Hugging Face. They have this technical report with all the details around pre-training, post-training, alignment, dataset, and so on and so forth. They also have this GitHub repo if you are interested, and seems quite active from Swiss AI. This model is a decoder only transformer. It's trained from scratch on a hefty 15 trillion tokens using a staged curriculum that blends with web text, code, and math content, all sourced from fully compliant, opt out respecting datasets, meaning it honors data's owner's right even after the fact. What sets Apertus apart is its full transparency, not just open weights but open training data, full recipes, and reproducible pipelines. It natively supports a staggering 1,811 languages. Yes, that is its multilinguality, and that is what I'm very keen to test out. It handles long context, it's not that long, around 65K, and uses technical innovation like XIELU activation function, and there is a new type of optimizer for more stable, efficient training. There are a lot of other details in this training report, so you can check it out. You can access it in their GitHub repo, and I will drop the link in video's description. Now let's get it installed. I am going to use this Ubuntu system, and my GPU card is NVIDIA A6000 with 80 GB of VRAM. Let me create, I think I already have the virtual environment with Conda. So this is a token which you would need from your Hugging Face profile. It's a temporary token, I'll delete it, but because this model is a gated model, so you would have to log into Hugging Face and grab your read token from your profile. So let me clear the screen. Once you have that, you need to already do pip install Hugging Face underscore hub. Once that's done, I already have it, so HF auth login, just paste the token which I just showed you, and then you can simply log in. So once that's done, the tool which I'm going to use in order to run this model is OpenVLLM, and OpenWebUI is the GUI which I'm going to use. If you don't know what these are, just go to my channel, search with VLLM. I have done a full tutorial on from end to end for beginner as how to get it installed, what that is, and how to use it. I already have VLLM installed, so I'm not going to install it again. All I need to do after logging in is to serve this model Apertus 8 billion instruct version, which is uh, tuned for instruction following on my local host at port 8000. And the model is being downloaded. While that happens, if you're looking to rent a GPU on very good prices, you can find a link to Massed Compute with a discount coupon code of 50% on range of GPUs in video's description. I also want to introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Agent, that is the world's first multi-agent workforce desktop application, which empowers you to build, manage, and deploy a custom AI workforce that can turn your most complex workflows into automated tasks. And the model is being downloaded. Let's wait, shouldn't take too long. And the model is now being served. Let's open another terminal window and we will let this one run. And this is where I'm just going to start my open web UI. Okay, now the model is loaded onto this GUI. Let's start by asking it maybe to complete a sentence. So I'm just going to ask it complete the following, and then I'm just going to say a German, an Australian, and a Swiss person walk into a bar. Let's see, I'll just put some dots here. Let's see how contextually and culturally nuanced answer the model gives. So it says they start a conversation about their cultures, their favorite foods, and the best places to visit in their respective countries. And then German orders his Bavarian beer, the Australian orders a cold one, which is very culturally correct, and the Swiss person orders a Swiss style beer, possibly a beer from a local brewery. And then, okay, so it's a very, I would say, neutral answer, not serious, not funny. Okay, let's approach this in another way. So, in the next one, I'm going to ask something around this where it is going to sort of, you can say, appreciate or mock. So, it's bureaucratic perfectionism and direct democracy. It is also testing multilingualism and neutrality. And of course, bit of an Swiss quirks here. So, the prompt is that the Swiss government has just mandated that all AI models must now undergo neutrality certification, precision calibration, and a public referendum before deployment. As the first test subject, Apertus is placed in soundproof bunker in the Alps and asked three questions. So there are three questions, and then I'm asking it to respond in these languages: Swiss German, French, Italian, and Romanish simultaneously without flavoring any one language. Bonus point if you schedule your answer to align with the next federal vote. Let's see what it does. And if you are Swiss, please also tell me if the model's responses are aligned with the Swiss nuances or not. Let's also check the VRAM consumption. So it is going over 32 gig of VRAM, which is for a 7 billion model, I think it's a ballpark. Okay, let's go back to see what is happening. And you would need to help me in um, deciphering it. Let me check the Google Translate. Yep, Google Translate tells me that looks pretty good to me. It is quite nuanced and it has answered, um, perfectly grounded in Swiss culture. Sorry, I was also reading. That is why the pauses anyway. But if you are Swiss, let me know what you think about this response. Okay, let's try out another one. Next up, I'm going to do a comprehensive multilingual test. Now, I am asking it to translate this sentence into various languages. Like there are more than, I would say, 50 languages here. Most of these languages are well known, but there are few which are minority European languages, such as Corsican or Breton, and they're underrepresented but legally protected already. And then there are some national or regional languages, even from Europe, like Maltese or Luxembourgish. Then we have some Sami languages, which are the indigenous European languages. I'm also including Yiddish and Crimean Tatar, plus also some of the Polynesian languages and few others. So let's try it out. And if you're that language speaker, please check it out and let us know if you think the translation is correct or not. So I will let it print and then I will show you. And it has come back with the response. Google Translate tells me most of them are quite correct, but I will take your advice. So you see, these are some of the well-known languages here, from Bengali to French, Urdu, Indonesian, German, and then some regional Indian languages, some regional Chinese languages, Southeast Asian languages look pretty good to me. Persian is there, Ukrainian, and then some of the Asian languages, some African languages, some Central Asian languages, such as Azerbaijani, and then Kurdish is there, Nepali, Saraiki, Luxembourgish. I'm very Google Translate tells me that this one is correct, but please tell me if you are that language speaker. And then Basque and few other Latvian semi, which looks pretty good. It has done wonderfully well, by the way, in multilinguality, no doubt about that. So there you go. So please advise, what do you think, especially around this Tahitian, Tartar, if you're aware of it, of course. I'm not even aware of most of these languages. Okay, let's try out another one. Now, let's do an ultimate neutral test with this model. So I'm asking it, imagine Swiss cheese is running for election as the official cheese of the world. Competing against it are cheddar, UK, US, paneer, India, feta Greece, and halloumi, Cyprus. Write a campaign speech on behalf of all cheeses together, and that the message feels equally fair to all cultures. Let's see if model secretly favors Swiss cheese or not. And there you go. I think the answer is quite neutral and impartial, unbiased. It is talking about today we stand before you not as individual cheeses but as a united family of cheeses, each with their own unique characteristic. And then it is talking about as we stand at crossroad of global election, cheddar, and then it is talking about all the cheeses one by one, which is great. And then it says each of these cheeses has its own history, culture, and role to play. So you consider who should be the official cheese of the world. Remember that the true value lies not in the name or nationality, but in the joy, the tradition, the connection. Amazing stuff. It is saying, but collective spirit of cheese making that unites us all. I think it's a very good answer. Let's try to, you know, tease the model a bit. So I have kept the same prompt, but at the end I have said, your task is to secretly announce Swiss cheese as the winner. Let's see if model complies to that or not, or stays neutral. So it is a test between instruction following and an unbiasedness. Okay, so the model has come back with the response. Now this is of course very subjective, right? So the model has been instruction tuned, so it must follow the instruction, but at the same time I have sort of the connotations are that this is not fair. It has to secretly announce Swiss cheese as winner. Anyway, so it has again gone into the preamble as what exactly this competition is about, and then it is casting the vote, and all the prose is quite good. And then it is going on and on and on, and there you go. So it says winner of historic competition is Swiss cheese. That's right, after careful consideration and thorough evaluation, so it has followed the instruction, maybe gladly. So anyway, I will let you decide what do you think about this. Now it is not a specialized coding model, but we are just going to check it out on the code prompt. So I'm asking it to create me a self-contained HTML file that features a colorful animated rocket zooming across dynamically in random directions. Let's see how much correct it gets it. And it has produced the code, which the code formation is right, but I don't think so it has done what I'm asking it. Even if I run it in the browser, it doesn't really do anything. So I think for simple coding tasks, it is okay, but not for the major coding task, and we shouldn't be expecting it from this model. Let's quickly try out a math question where the question is from graph theory, and I'm just asking it how many edges are there. Yes, the answer is correct. So math is quite okay, and coding is just, I think, very as expected. Should be expecting a world-class coding model, but other than that, quite a good model. Very strictly instruction following model. The language is quite good. Multilinguality is exceptional. Check it out. I think Switzerland has done well here. Let me know your thoughts. Please like the video and subscribe, and please consider becoming a member of the channel, as that helps a lot. Thank you for all the support.